Kia ora. Tēnā tātou kei ngā tōpito o te motu whiti atu ki te waipounamu me ngā motu tautoko I tēnei wā o matariki o puanga kairau e mihi ana ki koutou katoa. Me ngā mihi hoki ki a koe Liz koutou ko ngā minisa nā koutou anō I hiake tēnei kaupeka, tēnei kaupapa I waho moana kia puta ki te whai o ki te ao marama, tēnā koutou katoa. Mātou ko tēnei urukehu rangatira nei, no Aitutaki, e mahi ana ki te kaitia ki tahua pēnihana ko mātua Aotearoa, ko te New Zealand Superfund tērā. E kai ka ana ki te mahitahi me ngā iwi kapo reihana tarati hoki o te motu nei, me tātou ngā Māori, me ngā iwi Māori o te moana nui ākiwa. I roto I enei mahi whakatupu pūtea. Koira tō mātou kōrero I te rānei, engari rā ka riro anō mā Adrian e whakamaunu te waka ki waho moana māku anō e whakahoki ki uta. Tēnā tātou.
Well done. Kia ora ana, and it's Atu, not Aitutaki. I wish it was Aitutaki. Thank you, Tama, and thank you everyone for holding on for our little kororo. I think we've got 10 minutes, and I want to get just across a couple of bits. The first bit I need to get across is that this man standing to my left has had the longest commute to this hui. I'm very, very confident to be here. He flew in this morning from Reykjavik via Copenhagen, and I picked him up at the Manukau airport at 7 a.m. So well done, Tama. He has no idea where he is. The second bit is he has no idea to get back home from wherever he is. So if anyone's driving to Hamilton, the bro needs a ride back later on. So there we go, we've got a ride already. What's your car like? What's yours like? So we're from the New Zealand Superfund. It is your fund, and it is the fund for all future generations of this fine country. We have certain, what we call endowments, certain, I suppose, things that have been gifted to us, which allow us to invest into places that I believe not many institutions globally can invest. And one of those places is here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and another places along with the Māori investment. Why do I say this? Because one, we have a very long intergenerational horizon in our investment. It's going to be here for 100 plus years. The second bit is that with that horizon, we also have great liquidity. We don't need to be getting cash back anytime soon. We do want cash back, and we want it to be fantastic cash back, but it means we can go into long dated, we can go into big startup ventures, we can play game-changing roles on the way through, and we are committed to that. The third endowment is that we are operationally independent from the government. We have our own investment kaupapa, we have our purpose. Our purpose is well understood, we voted for that through democracy. We are then operationally independent to get on with it. So we can go places and take risk that is needed to be taken in order for us to achieve our purpose. And our purpose is to be able to afford to pay retirement income for all New Zealanders into the future over the next 100 years. So we've got this pot of pūtea, we're trying to grow it. We want to grow it in unique and sustainable ways, and I use the word sustainable very carefully. We are very clear on our culture, on the environment, on society, on the governance that we need. So to sum all that up, we're cash rich. A lot of Māori are asset rich, cash poor. We are cash rich, asset poor. That sounds like an arranged marriage, is that right, Tomo? I'm not saying who's who in this marriage yet. And what we have done is establish, and what Tama is going to talk about in a second, an investment vehicle to try and mobilise large-scale, long-term Māori investment, get these assets going. My last bit that I'll talk about really is that an investment opportunity, the word opportunity, is too often misinterpreted. An opportunity to invest needs three parts, and I've yet to meet any person or any institution that has all those three things themselves. Very rare. The first part is access, A for access. Access to a resource. It might be land, it might be minerals, it might be ocean, it might be human capital. Access to a resource. The second part is capability. With that resource, what are we going to do? You know, many people say, hey, I've got this paddock. We say, that's great. What are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. You know, it's not an opportunity. You need the capability to come with it. So access, the willingness to provide access, capability, the willingness to understand what you can bring in capability and what expertise you might need somewhere else. And then the last part is capital, you know, the bungs to go off and actually invest and do these things. Capital on its own is useless. I spend most of my time globally watching a global wall of capital looking for opportunities. So capital is not scarce. Access is scarce, capability is scarce, capital is not scarce. And we're trying to bring all three together through saying, what access do you have? What capability collectively can we bring? What capital do we need? On that capital front, don't jump into financial engineering straight away. You know, capital can come via collective investment vehicles, and I know that there's a lot of work going on, and we're part in helping the development of collective Māori investment vehicles. There are club investment vehicles where, you know, different groups can get together, and again, we are connected, and Tama will talk about a few of those. There is just straight bilateral co-investment where two people get together, and then sometimes there's just direct investment. Too often we have just the direct investment and we underinvest and we under-reward what we could be doing right through the country. So that's what we're about. We are here to try and open doors to access, have kororo around capability and be part of that capital provision now and ongoing forever. Tama?
Tēnā koe te rangatira. It's an absolute privilege to be a Klingon on Adrian's starboard bow, where I get to listen to this kororo every day, and it is a true story that I came from Copenhagen and Reykjavik today. I actually saw some moss growing on walls like these ones that had yogurt running through it, and the moss came down where the whakairo is and was basically absorbing CO2 and pumping out oxygen. It was really interesting. I thought that would be a really great concept on whare and whare runanga around the country. Some of the kororo Adrian was describing access, capability and capital. There's one thing that I've sort of seen and observed in various organisations, including the Superfund. Nobody has everything and everybody's got something. Amongst us, amongst Māori and iwi organisations and some of our brother and sister organisations in the Pacific, we usually have one or two of those things, access, capability or capital, and we look to partner with other people. And we're putting our hands up at the Kaitiaki Tahua Penihana at the Superfund to say perhaps we can be partners with Māori organisations in doing these things, especially at scale. Some of the existing co-investments that we have with iwi and Māori organisations include the Kākano investment in the Kaingaro Timberlands, with the Kākano investors owning 2.5% of the total investment just out there. And another one is with Ngaitahu Property out at Hobsonville Point, where the Superfund, Ngaitahu and New Ground Capital are developing 208 houses out at Hobsonville Point, and would look to do that type of residential development with other organisations, perhaps some of your organisations in the future. A couple of the things that we have going on at the moment, working with and talking with Māori and iwi organisations around the potential to create something like a Māori private equity fund. This kororo has been happening for years, but there's been a groundswell of interest and reignited interest to get together and to look at how we could create a fund that could co-invest alongside the New Zealand Superfund, or alternatively invest in one another's projects. That's one idea. Another idea that we're looking at, and we've convened a hui about this, is creating a business around kaumātua care. At the moment, the New Zealand Superfund has over $500 million invested in retirement care, retirement villages and aged care, both in New Zealand and Australia. And we recognise that amongst all our organisations, there is a potential to create a greenfields national business around the care for kaumātua. That's not just owning the land, not just being a landlord, but owning the business and the development company that makes that kaumātua care business happening. That's something that we're actively pursuing at this stage. I've just got 20 seconds to finish off, and I just wanted to acknowledge two things. E mihi ana ki koutou katoa ngā tangata I tautoko I ngā mahi ki parehaka, Jamie koutou mā me ngā mātua tupuna, I hia ki tērā kaupapa mai te pō ki te ao. Tēnā koutou, and as you're aware, we will not get in the way of you seeing Ngāti Hauti's finest, Cliff Curtis. Tēnā tātou katoa.